Hello and good day everyone. So today I will discuss about the chapter 10, the theories on the origin of women's oppression. So for the learning outcomes, at the end of this chapter, the students should be able to state his or her own understanding of the roots of sexual discriminations and explain why discrimination is not necessary for the development of human civilization and how it developed based on historical circumstances. So, women's oppression. The low status of women is something worth wondering about. How did it happen that half of the world's population is systematically discriminated? Why do women have lower status than men? Every person deserves the same rights, regardless of his or her gender. Aside from the basic rights one merits due to humanity, one must also give value to the traditional role of women. Women are crucial in food production and preparation. For most of humanity's collective history, women ensured the survival of the species through foraging and gathering activities. Foraging provided 90% of an individual's dietary requirements, while hunting provided only 10%. Women bear children and for the most part raise their children from infancy up to their early years. Women are also a source of the cultural and emotional education of children, teaching them how to navigate the social order. Their primary task in the many cultures is taking care of the family. They were also the first healers given their extensive knowledge of herbs. It is not only on the women's roles that make them important, it is also their biology. Women bear part of the essential DNA that makes us human. At some point in all ancient cultures, perhaps even at present, women are hailed mediators to the gods. Many theories explain why women are oppressed, but so far, none are conclusive. Discussed in this chapter are some of these theories as compiled in the work of Rosalind Miles, a feminist writer, journalist, and historian who has researched the hidden role of women throughout history. These theories will be supplemented by the findings of other researchers. All these researchers and theories demonstrate that discrimination against women is not a natural phenomenon but a situation that evolved through time.
Goddess worship to goddess worship. One prominent theory on the oppression of women concerned the shift of paradigms from Asian civilization that worship the earth goddess to the male suppression of this goddess. Indeed, mysterious woman-centric cult exists prior to the phallocentric cult. This theory of early goddess-based social organizations stipulates that the worship of the mother goddess lasted for as long as the people experienced the development of life as a mystery and a gift. Theory of the mother goddess cult.
Eve and the Other. Western religion also influenced the negative perception of women as evidenced in the Judeo-Christian story of Eve being the first woman and its many mythic variations in the basic story. Yahweh was compelled to create the first human being, a male. He was called Adam and was given dominion over the earth. Adam needed a companion, so Yahweh created Eve. The companion was taken from Adam's rib, thus she was flesh of his flesh. She was flesh of his flesh. Although Eve was an afterthought and a mere companion, she was a Adam's flesh and to some extent unequal. Together, Adam and Eve were given a good life in the Garden of Paradise. They were warned not to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A wily animal usually taken to be the devil cloak in the form of a snake, seduced Eve to take a fruit from the tree and share it with Adam. Perhaps the snake seduced Eve because it perceived that she was the weaker one, or because she was more open to listening. Whatever the reason, Adam and Eve were banished by Yahweh to live outside the garden, and it was their lot to toil for their food. Eve had caused the downfall of humanity because she had listened to the snake. It must be noted that this story shows how a woman had deprived all humankind the abundance that the Garden of Paradise had to offer. A woman's folly had brought suffering to man. The same story template is presented in the story of Pandora. In the Greek myth, Pandora was the first woman created by Zeus as a form of petty revenge on mankind because they had received the gift of fire from Prometheus. Pandora was made to be the most beautiful and desirable woman ever created and was given to Epimetheus as a gift. Epimetheus was warned by Prometheus not to accept any gift from Zeus, but he was eventually persuaded to receive Pandora because his refusal would anger Zeus. Zeus made Pandora foolish and idle. One day, she opened the jar where Prometheus locked away all the sprites that can cause mankind grief, such as old age, sickness, and vice. Prometheus warned Epimetheus to keep the jar closed. Foolishness of a woman let the sprites loose, stringing Epimetheus and Pandora and lodging all of humanity. In both stories, women were perceived as the cause of the downfall of mankind because of their weaknesses.
A shift of production. A shift to agriculture is likewise a plausible theory for the suppression of women. Although more stable than hunting and gathering, agriculture is still a difficult and risky source of food. It requires the investment of manpower and longer periods of work in one area for an extended amount of time. Oppression is often justified by essential reasons.
All for chapter 10. Thank you for listening and have a good day.